Welcome back everybody, it's Tomebinder, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make an Ancient Warfare 3 enemy that blows up when you shoot it or when you kill it. This is a very popular type of enemy that people like to create in their Ancient Warfare 3 maps. Adds kind of some dynamism to the experience, there's these explosions going off everywhere. I myself created exploding enemies for Good of the Company Paradigm Shift, and I received a comment asking how you script an enemy like this. So that's proof that if you leave a comment, I love replying to them, and I'll get around to making a tutorial when you request it. So, for today's video, I'm going to start by selecting the enemy that I want to blow up when I shoot it. That's going to be this red knife unit, but you can place down any old unit. After clicking on him, see I've clicked him, and I'm going to click into the unit tags section. We're going to tie this script today to a tag. The tag is going to be explode. Pretty simple. Now that that's out of the way, we'll close out of the unit placement menu and go into global scripts here. I've clicked on scripts, global scripts, and as you can see, I've created an exploding unit script on the side. All you got to do is click on no script and entitle it exploding unit. Let's edit it, and I'll show you exactly what you need to do to make this guy blow up. On damage global is the node we want, so we press space to create a node, and then we search on damage global. We get one of those nodes here. Then we're going to search up equals sign. Actually, I don't think we need it. I don't think we do. We don't need the equals sign. We need a get position node, everybody. So we press space, search get position, and we're going to tie these two together. And on damage global, the damaged unit, we're going to get its position, and then we're going to get its tags, okay? And we're tying the unit input to the unit that we want to blow up. So first things first, we're going to get the position of the unit, then we're going to get its tags. This creates an array, so we're going to get an input array, and we're looking for, actually no, we'll just do this, for each item in the array, we're going to see if the string equals explode. String explode. So this essentially creates an array of all the tags on the unit, and it's going to check each one of those, and if any of them equal the explode tag, we'll use an if node here. If that is the case, then we generate our explosion. So we press space, search explosion, and there it is. Tie this together to the true outcome, because we only want the explosion to occur if the damaged unit has the explode tag. Then we're going to get that position that we acquired at the start of this script, tie it up, so that means the explosion will be generated at the unit's position. Then there's a lot of creativity here. You can select your own range and damage. Whatever range you want will be the second node, and whatever damage you want will be the third node. I've just held B and box selected to duplicate the scripts we want. So we're just going to say it has a... Actually, you know what? Let's go hog wild today, people. A range of 20 on this explosion. It's going to be massive. However, it'll only do about 10 damage, so it'll be very weak. This will be a... wrong node. This will be an explosion of the, let's say, poisonous sort. We'll tie it up there, and that's actually all we need for the most basic version of this explosion script. However, you can get a little more advanced with it, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say when the explosion is generated, we will also delete the unit that was damaged, so the unit disappears at the same time that the explosion is generated, making it look like their body has been incinerated. So to do that, we're going to have to turn the unit reference to an object. So right after the explosion, we will take the unit that was damaged, turn it into an object output, and tie that to a delete node here. So at the same time that the explosion is generated, this knife-wielding character will disappear. Let's put it all together and see if this script works as intended. If it does, then I will create a version of it that only works when the unit is killed. There he is in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. He explodes in a puff of smoke. A poisonous puff of smoke. And you have total creative freedom over how big that explosion is and how much damage it does. Poison explosions, though, that particular kind I went with, do add an additional poison effect, so you want to be aware of that. I also personally find that explosions in Ancient Warfare 3 feel very weightless. I don't know if you noticed, but that was a purely silent explosion, and explosions normally are very loud and call attention to themselves. So there's a lot of things you can do to sort of trick the audience into thinking it's a more violent, powerful blast than it really is. One of the things you can do is do a play 2D node, or sorry, a play node or a play EX node. You can do a play 2DX node, but regardless, you just want a play node, and it will play an explosion sound effect of your choice at the same time that the explosion happens. And I tend to... What? There we go. I don't know why it wasn't showing a float node. I'll tend to put the volume at 1 for these sorts of things. So anyway, here is how you can do it if you want to play a sound effect when the explosion happens as well. But now that I've demonstrated how to make a unit blow up when you shoot it, I will demonstrate how to do it when a unit dies. And this is a very simple change. We're just going to do an on-death global node instead of on-damage global. I'm going to tie up the start node where that was. You notice a few different inputs have lost their values due to the deletion of the damage node. So we're just going to tie them back up. And now, on death, we're going to check if the killed unit has the explode tag. And if it does, we're going to turn that unit into an object, delete the object, generate an explosion, and optionally also play a sound effect. Let's give this guy a lot of health. That way, I'll show you that he can last a little bit before what am I saying? Before he explodes. This is a video about explosions. How could I have possibly forgotten that? Is this a new thing? Can I not edit this guy in the custom unit editor? What? Okay, this is odd. Yeah, I guess you can't. That's fine, guys. All I'm going to do is delete him and put in a custom unit who we will give 1,000 health. This guy has 1,000 health. We're going to put him on guard mode, and actually we'll put him on default mode. That way I have to kind of try to run. Gave him the explode tag here. Now, hopefully, if all goes well, he's going to charge at me, and I'll be able to lay some gunfire down into this guy, but he won't die, actually, until he dies. There we go. We shoot him, and boom. He died after I lasered him. So that is how you have units explode when they're damaged or when they are killed in Ancient Warfare 3. I also added that little sound effect. Like I said, there's lots of things you can do with explosions in Ancient Warfare 3 to make them feel more violent. You can also do the glitch effect on your screen, which is very helpful. Just 1 second of vertical and or horizontal jump like this. I would put it at probably 0.1 intensity. And then just about half a second delay before returning to no screen effects. I'll show you what that looks like as well, because I think it's a cool effect. And this is something you're going to want to pair with a sound effect for the most convincing effect. So there we go. I've added the screen jitter. Let's see how it looks all put together, folks. Boom, 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 boom. I'm shooting you. I'm shooting you. And then, look at that. Just a few split moments of my screen shaking as the explosion happens. But obviously, the effect is not completed until we add the sound effect. So I'm going to do that one more time and just add a sound effect in post-production so you can really see the difference it makes in Ancient Warfare 3. So here he comes, this dangerous, naked, unarmed man I'm going to fire upon. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. And it feels a lot more violent, I think you'll agree. With that, everybody, I'm going to wrap up the tutorial here. If there's something else you'd like to know how to do in Ancient Warfare 3, let me know in the comments. I love replying to them. With that, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next video. Tomebinder, out.